the scripture where Hagar was sent away by Sarah. And God, it was within the will of God for Hagar to be sent away. Because when Abraham was so disturbed, if you read that scripture, Abraham was so disturbed and he was wondering, what am I going to do? This is still my son. As much as we have been blessed with Isaac, this is still my son. But we see God coming to Abraham and telling him that just allow them to go, do what your wife is saying, because my covenant with you is with your son Isaac. But here is the thing about God. God is amazing. I was reading that scripture and God just gave me several things to just dwell upon. That regardless that Ishmael had come through the way he came, imagine he was still a seed of Abraham, and therefore the covenant that God had with Ishmael was still standing, regardless of what happened to Ishmael, regardless of what happened to Hagar, because of the covenant. That is why, sometimes when we say, you are the covenant keeping God, it is true. He is the covenant keeping God. He keeps covenant. He is a God who keeps covenant. That even though Ishmael was not the legitimate son of Abraham, because of the covenant God had with Abraham, in this Genesis 21, you will see that God preserved Ishmael because of the covenant God had with the father to Ishmael, Abraham. Child of God, tonight I want you to see that indeed Hagar was sent away. She was sent into wilderness. But here is the thing. There is a word that had already been spoken forth. There is a word that had gone before Hagar and her son. And that word was that God had made a covenant with Abraham that he was going to bless everything that Abraham had. He was going to bless his children. He was going to bless his flock. He was going to bless the work of his hands. He was going to bless everything that Abraham was to do. God was on it. The scripture goes on to say that Hagar was sent away into wilderness. And if you read that scripture, you will see that they were sent away with some little food and some little water. But while they were in that wilderness, the water ended and the food also ended. And it got to a point where Hagar was so helpless